Hi everybody, welcome back again. Oh, my Chrome just went crazy. Yes, second attempt today at launching the X-37B. Not to the ISS like I said yesterday, but to a approximately 44-degree orbit, and it should be around 400 kilometer-ish. So, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, Atlas 5 today. ULA launches this for the Space Force, which technically isn't really new, but yeah. And weather, unlike yesterday, is now go. And although the ground winds are a bit iffy still, but last update was that we are go. Let me look on Twitter. Yeah, hopefully we'll have a launch today, and like yesterday, there are two 10-minute windows, so there's one 10-minute window right at the beginning in like 40 minutes or so, and then there's another 10-minute window 2 hours later. Let's see. And ULA is still go, I think. ULA launch.com. I don't know why they did close these things. First one. Let's see. And yeah, ULA is not live yet, so just hold on. And everything has been topped, fuel is go, and they're now in the 30-minute hold, so they're T-minus 4 minutes and they're holding, and hopefully we'll get a go to go out of the hold and actually launch today instead of something that didn't happen yesterday. And again, they will cut the stream short. They will cut it off after the Centaur has ignited its engine, because classified missions, that's always the case. Whenever they have a classified mission, they cut it off short because they don't want you to know where it goes. But yeah, visual and radar observations like within hours after launch will confirm it is somewhere. So yeah. And again, I think it's gonna stay up for about 800 days, because last time this was launched, so the X-37B was launched, it stayed up for 797 days, so we'll likely see a comparative time to that, because the last two missions stayed in space for over 700 days. But maybe they'll have a shorter mission this time. We won't know until it actually comes down. And weather's go, as you can see, just got an update. So we'll likely see an on-time liftoff in around 40-ish minutes. It's probably closer. It's closer to half an hour now. It is. The launch window, the first 10-minute launch window opens at 13 minutes past the hour. So yeah, we should be go, and we should see the launch within a few minutes. And it is reporting I'm dropping stuff. 46, 37, it should be okay. Stop lying to me. Lower a bit rate. No, it's okay, I think. I probably I should have. Nah, it's fine. So yeah, finally see the Atlas 5 launch again. And actually this summer there's gonna be another one, which is the 511, which is even more special because normally they don't launch that variant. Well, actually the 511 is gonna be the first variant of its kind, but this is the 501, which is, or the 501, however you want to call it. And it is basically what it says. The first digit is the diameter of the fairing on top, so it's, this case, it's 5-meter variant because the X-37B doesn't fit inside the 4-meter variant. Then we have the second digit in this case is 0, which indicates how many solid rocket boosters there are. There are none, so it's a 0. And then the last digit is a 1 or a 2, which indicates the number of RL-10 engines on the Centaur second stage, which in this case is 1, so 501. And the X-37B, it's a space plane. It gives me shuttle nostalgic, so yeah, I like it. And I don't have an Atlas 5 here. No, sadly not. But yeah, hopefully we'll see it launch finally. Like, instead of the delay we had yesterday. Hopefully it goes. And yeah, 6 minutes to go till the ULA stream goes live. Hopefully nothing comes up on the stream and everything is fine. Although I saw someone tweet that they were working on a problem, but I don't know, I hope they're not. But weather is going, that was the limiting factor yesterday, so hopefully we'll see it launch. So yeah, I hope everybody's doing okay. A bit less viewers than yesterday, but that's probably because Tim Dodd is live. Hey, whenever he is live, my streams get pushed down way further than they normally do. And if you want to watch the original stream, I'm fine with that. If you, or Tim Dodd, you're both cool. Let's see, Discord doing. So yeah, hopefully it will lift up. It's live now, so let me switch over. And don't forget to do that like last time. Come on. No, I don't want. I need a different hotkey. Yes, it works. 21 minutes till launch. So, yeah. Let's go. See this rocket launch again. Audi 180. Well, it's actually one engine on the bottom, not two. Just for your information. It's... Okay, I wonder if my chat is still working since it's not updating. Let's see. My streamer. Discord. What are you doing, Discord? I don't know. Make sure it's unmuted. Yeah. But the booster again, the core stage will burn for roughly 4 minutes, then it will separate, and then it will cut the stream off, because secret missions, well, not really secret, because we know where it is going, and we know when it will be at certain places. So yeah, there's that, because from the NOTAMs, the Notice to Airmen, we can extrapolate the orbit. Well, people did that. I don't know how to do that, but yeah. There are computer programs for it, so. Let's see. Let's see my. I don't know what is YouTube doing. Let me check my Twitter again. This is about to begin, yes, but ULA. ULA is broken. Oh, no, it's not. It might be. Or my internet is broken. No, I think ULA is broken. Oof. Nah, ULA is doing fine. So yeah, how is everybody? Yeah, hopefully launch today again. I think this Atlas 5 looks naked since it doesn't have any boosters, which is weird, but the 401, so with the 4-meter diameter fairing, looks less naked when it doesn't have any boosters, but yeah.
We have ignition. You have permission to launch. 1 and liftoff. Liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas 5 rocket.
Mach 1, execute, and we have indication of spacecraft separation.
At Space Launch Complex 41, an Atlas
Ooh,
5
still
rocket
clouds.
is fueled and ready to launch the USSF-7 mission of the 6th X-37B orbital test vehicle flight for the Department of the Air Force. Good morning and welcome to Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. I'm Tyler Strickland, a trajectory engineer from ULA's mission design team. We have two 10-minute windows available today. The first opens at 9:14 a.m. Eastern and the second at 10:52 a.m.
Yeah.
The count is currently in a planned 30-minute hold. There are 2 planned holds in our nearly 7-hour launch count. The holds give our team additional time to resolve any issues prior to entering the terminal count. At this time, the team is not working any issues, and we are proceeding towards an on-time liftoff. This morning's launch is part of the America Strong series.
But they always
salute
hold
from
at
the
T-minus
Space Force
4
and ULA
minutes.
to recognize healthcare workers, first responders, and other essential personnel. We'll talk about this more in a few minutes. Jessica Williams, the 45th Space Wing's weather officer, recently briefed the launch team.
Ooh, it's
on
up to
current weather
90%
conditions
go.
Here at Cape Canaveral. The probability of violating launch constraints is 10%.
Yes.
The ground winds are 10 to 15 knots out of the northwest, and the
I
temperature
probably
is
should
77
lift my
degrees
chair
Fahrenheit.
off a bit.
So
Yeah.
the weather is much better than we had yesterday, and it is within the launch commit criteria and looks favorable for the planned T0 of 9:14 a.m.
Ow.
Eastern.
Yeah, it is. No, they always hold at
At
T-minus
the
4
request of our
minutes. They have
customer,
a
this
built-in
morning's
hold.
live coverage will conclude following confirmation of engine start on the Centaur upper stage. In addition to the orbital test vehicle, today's flight also includes FalconSat 8, an educational platform for cadets carrying 5 experimental payloads that will be operated by the Cadet Space Operations Squadron from the U.S. Air Force Academy and sponsored by the Air Force Research Laboratory. We also have 2 NASA experiments to study the results of radiation and other space effects on a materials sample plate and seeds to grow food. And we have an experiment
You
from
subbed,
the
thank
Naval
you.
Research Laboratory to transform solar power into radio frequency microwave energy, which could then be transferred to the ground. Let's take a look at events from liftoff through main engine start.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing about the Atlas V, they call the first stage they call the
Liftoff
booster,
of the
so
United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket.
it's a bit
The
weird,
Atlas
but
V RD-180
yeah.
engine ignites and generates 3.83 meganewtons, or 860,200 pounds of thrust, to lift the rocket away from the pad. Shortly after liftoff, Atlas begins a pitchover to attain the proper flight path, while minimizing the pressure the vehicle experiences during flight. Within the first couple minutes of flight, the Atlas V reaches Mach 1, the speed of sound. Approaching payload fairing jettison, the Atlas V is burning propellant at a rate of 719 kilograms, or 1,585 pounds
That's
per
a lot.
second, traveling more than 9,500 kilometers, or 5,900 miles per hour, and located 112 kilometers, or 69 miles in altitude, and 116 kilometers, or 72 miles downrange. During ascent, the X-37B orbital test vehicle is protected inside a 5-meter diameter payload fairing. This 2-piece shell encapsulates both the Centaur upper stage and the X-37B. Once the vehicle is climbed above the densest part of Earth's atmosphere, the payload fairing is jettisoned. Following jettison of the payload fairing, propellant levels deplete and the booster engine shuts down. Following booster engine cutoff, the Atlas Centaur
Yeah, it's a
separation
huge
system
fairing. It's a
activates
5
to
meter
release
wide
the
fairing.
booster stage. The vehicle now weighs
5.2 actually,
15%
but
of what it did at liftoff. The Centaur main engine is then started to begin second stage flight. Following main engine start, Centaur continues on to deliver the X-37B to begin its classified mission.
hopefully we'll see an on-time liftoff. It's still cloudy though, but the weather is go.
501 configuration to launch the X-37B. This is the 84th flight of the Atlas V rocket in ULA's 139th mission. Produced in ULA's 1.6 million square foot factory in Decatur, Alabama, the 501 is comprised of a common core booster powered by an RD-180 engine and a Centaur second stage powered by an Aerojet Rocketdyne RL-10C1 engine. A RUOG 5-meter diameter payload fairing protects the X-37B orbital test vehicle during ascent. On April 23rd, the Atlas V first stage was transported to the Vertical Integration Facility, or VIF, at Space Launch
Still funny they
41,
use Russian
where cranes
engines.
lifted the 33-meter or 107-foot-long booster onto the Mobile Launch Platform, or MLP. 2 days later, the pre-assembled interstage adapter, Centaur upper stage, and lower half of the payload fairing was delivered to the VIF and lifted atop the Atlas V booster. The stacking of the rocket was completed on May 5th, when the X-37B, encapsulated in a payload fairing, was mated to the Centaur. Atlas V launch countdowns begin with moving the rocket from the VIF to the pad. At approximately 10 a.m. Thursday, the quarter-mile trip began using 6 components to complete the 20-minute trip. Weighing in at about 2 million pounds, the Mobile Launch Platform, or MLP, supports the rocket and contains air conditioning, electrical, and commodities, while the undercarriages bear the weight of the MLP and rocket. 2 rail cars lead the move, with the payload van providing communication to the payload, while the ground van houses the ground support for the rocket. At the rear of the convoy, the portable environmental control system provides air conditioning to the payload and rocket. Finally, trackmobiles provide the power to move
Yeah,
the convoy.
rockets are really
The
huge.
Atlas V rocket stands about 60 meters or 20 stories and weighs about 346,000 kilograms or 760,000 pounds fully fueled.
Winds are way calmer since the vented oxygen doesn't go into a almost horizontal line. Now it just sits around the rocket more, which is good. And I hope there are clear skies because I want to see this thing all the way.
The X-37B orbital test vehicle is an experimental test platform managed by the Department of the Air Force Rapid Capabilities Office. Let's take a look at this unique program.
Let's see.
2019 at the forefront, touching down.
8 more minutes till they do the pull.
For time and orbit. This is the X-37B. our country's only reusable spaceplane.
Well, technically the
U.S. Air Force and Boeing,
the space shuttle was also a reusable space plane, but
for as long as it takes to get the job done.
yeah.
The X-37B has ensured America's superiority across air and space, and it's come home again and again and again.
5 missions
Poised to
already.
advance and grow, meeting critical challenges. It flies safely, autonomously, and sustainably. This is innovation moving humankind forward. This is the X-37B.
Yeah, and they don't tell you, but this mission actually has a surface module
United
on the
Launch
F side of
Alliance
the
successfully launched
X-37.
4 previous orbital test vehicle missions. So let's look back at those missions as we count down to the next one. On April 22nd, 2010, the first flight of the Atlas V 501 rocket successfully launched the maiden flight of the orbital test vehicle for the U.S. Air Force. Launched on March 5th, 2011, the second OTV mission for the X-37B program was in support of space experimentation, risk reduction, and concept of operations development for long-duration and reusable space
I love
vehicle
the
technology.
Atlas V. Still think
On
it looks
December 11th,
naked
2012,
like this, but
ULA's Atlas V rocket again successfully boosted an X-37B into space. The rocket's 5-meter diameter payload fairing protected the OTV during an atmospheric ascent, and the Centaur upper stage injected the payload into the desired orbit. And ULA's 4th OTV mission launched on May 20th, 2015 from right here at Cape Canaveral.
I think the last footage they showed wasn't the OTV because it used 4 solids. But I don't know.
As we continue to do our
Hold on.
part to slow the spread of COVID-19, protecting the health and safety of the launch team is a top priority. We continue to follow CDC and local guidelines, including increased physical distancing between individuals sitting on console and wearing face coverings where practical. As I mentioned earlier, the USSF-7 launch carries a special dedication. Together with the Space Force, ULA is honoring healthcare workers, first responders, and other essential personnel on the front lines. And with this launch, we also stand in solidarity with those personally suffering or experiencing loss due to the virus. America Strong is a national salute to all those that have given so much during this pandemic. The Department of Defense and United Launch Alliance salute each American serving on the front lines in our fight against COVID-19. We are all in this together. Following liftoff, a few special guests will share their perspective on the role of our heroes in this fight. With today's flight, the Boeing OTV spacecraft team also wishes to remember one of their own, who recently lost his battle with cancer. Vincent, Vinny de la Torre, was a key member of the OTV propulsion team, who served on the launch and recovery teams for more than a decade. Thank you, Vinny, for all you did to make Boeing and the OTV successful.
I love that about ULA. They dedicate every rocket to a certain member. Is Starlink launching today too?
OSM
No, it
is
isn't
by
because it
RCO and OSM hold fire switches are in the protein.
because
Ready to
the
proceed.
Atlas got delayed from yesterday. There was a conflict with the range, so they moved the Starlink to tomorrow. But we don't know if that's gonna lift off because the weather in the recovery area is really bad.
Before we pull the team, let's watch a quick message from Leanne Corrett, President and CEO of Boeing Defense, Space, and Security.
To everyone supporting today's historic launch of the X-37B, thank you. On behalf of the entire Boeing company, I want to express my appreciation for your work to achieve this critical mission. Since the X-37B's launch in 2010, it has shattered all expectations. Every time it launches into space, it achieves first. And there is no other program that provides our nation an unrivaled capability to rapidly test and integrate new space technologies. None of these achievements would have been possible without your hard work and dedication. Good luck today. Thank you for everything you do. Stay safe and be well.
Hi.
Go Atlas, go Centaur,
Yeah, I
go
think there was a problem
SF-7,
with my
and go
stream, but it seems to be
X-37C.
working. But YouTube might also be having issues, so
Status check.
don't know. There we go, status check. But yeah, I love these pictures of
We
the
remain in
the other
planned
side
30-minute hold
views
as
of
we
the
continue towards
the
liftoff.
Atlas
In a
5.
few moments, launch conductor Dylan Rice will pull the launch team for the final go to pick up the countdown. 29 engineers and managers are pulled for system status and readiness to proceed. This is the final status check for all Atlas vehicle systems, ground systems, spacecraft, in the U.S. Space Force Eastern Range. The vehicle system readiness poll includes electrical systems, hydraulics, pneumatics, propulsion systems, flight control, and propellants. Let's listen in as Dylan Rice performs the final polling of the launch team.
L minus 7 minutes.
Status check to proceed with terminal count.
3 more minutes till they
Propulsion.
release the hold.
Go. Hydraulics.
Go.
Pneumatics. Go.
3
Hello,
go.
2. Go. Water. Go. Centaur
Yes.
system. Propulsion. Go. Pneumatics. Go. LO2.
Go.
LH2.
Go.
ASGAS.
Go.
Electrical systems. Airborne. Go. Ground.
Go.
Facility.
Go.
RFFTS.
Go.
Flight control.
Go.
TCQ.
Go.
Operation support.
Go.
COM.
Go.
Umbilical.
Go.
ECS.
Go.
Redline monitor.
Go.
Quality.
Go.
Op safety manager.
Go.
ULA safety officer.
Go.
Vehicle system engineer.
Go.
Anomaly
Yes.
Go.
chief. Range coordinator. Clear to proceed.
Yes.
Launch director.
Or go.
Launch vehicle is ready to launch.
Mission director.
This is the mission director. You have permission to launch.
Proceeding with the count.
There we go.
ALC. Verify T0 is set for 1314 Zulu. Verify.
We go
Polling
for
is
launch.
complete, and the ULA launch team and the Space Force's
Woo!
mission director are go for launch.
There we go.
From T-minus 4 minutes until launch, you will be listening to Dylan Rice and his team performing the final steps in the countdown procedure. You will hear the team call out that Atlas liquid oxygen topping has been secured, followed about a minute later by the call out for transferring the Atlas and Centaur stages from ground facility power to internal battery power.
Let's
At
go.
T-minus 1 minute and 55 seconds,
Launch
the team
this
will command
sucker.
the launch sequencer to start.
You can light the
Followed shortly
candle.
by securing the Centaur liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen topping activity. At T-minus 1 minute and 40 seconds, the team will command the flight control system to launch enable and arm the flight termination system. In the final minute, Atlas tanks will be verified at flight pressures, followed by verification of Centaur tank pressures. A final status check of Atlas, Centaur, and USSF-7 readiness is conducted at T-minus 25 seconds. At T-minus 3 seconds, the RD-180 engine will roar to life. After liftoff, you'll hear Rob Kesselman providing launch vehicle ascent data.
Yeah. Go, go, go. Nice. The weather is way better than yesterday.
L minus 4 minutes 30 seconds.
SMD.
30 seconds till they
Transfer
release the
internal
hold.
power. Roger. All steps complete prior to terminal count.
This is Atlas Mission Control at T-minus 4 minutes and holding. We anticipate releasing the hold in just a few moments.
The time will be T minus 4 minutes and counting. 3, 2, 1, mark.
Okay, 4 minutes. Here we go.
T minus 3 minutes 55 seconds.
The countdown clock has resumed and we are go for launch at 9:14 a.m. Eastern.
Yes. Now, hopefully, nothing will happen again, and we'll have a launch. Look at the rocket venting away. Hopefully they'll put the drones back up, like yesterday. Here we go. Yeah. Well, they always hold at T-minus 4 minutes.
Securing LO2 topping.
Atlas tank flight pressure.
Everything is on flight pressure now.
T minus 2 minutes 50 seconds.
Hi.
Internal power.
Hi guys, welcome.
Yes, internal.
Everything internal. We go for launch. Finally. Is the official stream 20 seconds behind mine? That's strange. Yeah, there is a delay in mine. There should be, but if it's in front of you, in like, that's special.
155.
Launch sequencer start.
There we go. Launch sequence start.
150.
Securing Centaur LH2. Securing Centaur LO2.
The Centaur second stage is now secured.
1 minute 40 seconds.
Let's go.
Launch enabled.
137.
FTS on.
T-minus 90 seconds. The launch vehicle, payload, ground systems, and eastern range are go for launch.
What will the X-37 do? It will do research, probably material research, and test some other things for the Space Force.
Reduce ECS for launch.
Roger.
110.
Vent valves locked.
There we go.
T-minus 1 minute.
Rock, report range status.
Range green.
$50 seconds.
T-minus 40 seconds.
Stable at step 3.
30, 35, 30.
28 seconds.
Yeah.
25.
ECS reduced for launch.
Status check.
Go Atlas.
Go Centaur.
Go Space Force 7.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
engine start.
1.
There we go.
Ignition.
Yes, liftoff.
Liftoff
Woo!
of the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket with USSF-7 for the United States Space Force on a mission
There we go.
dedicated to America Strong.
Good. RD-180 has gone to
Lift
closed
off.
loop propellant utilization control.
You are hearing the voice of Rob Kesselman providing
Vehicle
launch
has
vehicle
begun
ascent data.
the pitch yaw roll program. Vehicle body rates look good.
Ooh, on board. Yes.
Now, 35 seconds into flight. Atlas is now just under 1 mile in altitude, traveling at 900 miles per hour.
Rocket images.
Engine pump speeds and injector pressures are in family for this thrust level. The vehicle has now completed the pitch yaw roll program.
Okay, I don't know what happened there, but
Centaur reaction system is now pressurizing flight levels. Approximately 1 minute to BECO. EU has gone to closed loop control. Boost phase chill. Centaur has now begun the first 2 RL-10 burns in today's mission.
Recently, I had a chance to speak with
of first responders to our whole society. I'd also like to add a thanks to the women and men in standard rockets under fairings, and it can land autonomously through This mission is really interesting in that it's the first time we've flown a service module. And the service module extends the vehicle capability. We can host more payloads that way. So
now there's nobody watching
the
anymore.
most we've ever
Whoa,
flown.
what a surprise.
one of the things.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. My router was like, yeet, I'ma head out. I hate that thing.
Different kind of radiation, and our payload bay can be a different kind of shielding. So
should be fine now.
Some might say the X-37B looks similar to a space shuttle. What are some of those similarities and differences?
Well, a similarity is the shape. You could say that the X-37B stands on the shoulders of the space shuttle. It is a winged re-entry vehicle. It's about a quarter, 25% scale of a space shuttle. An interesting fact a lot of people don't know is we modified the orbiter processing facilities. The actual hangars the space shuttles flew in and out of are the homes of the X-37B. So
yeah,
that's pretty interesting.
My router is...
To a common home.
I hate that thing.
Differences, the X-37B is autonomous, the X-37B is more rapidly reconfigurable, and frankly, the challenge of coming down through the public airspace without crew has been overcome and proven to work well. Also, the difference is the duration X-37B can fly. Our last mission was 780 days, and that's just a lot longer than a shuttle could stay aloft.
What have you learned in the past 5 missions that could be applied to the industry moving forward?
I would say the learning on X-37B over the last 5 missions is that we can advance the whole space ecosystem with
That's quite interesting, this.
Perfect for the U.S. Space Force. If you think about our ability to put small or large payloads into this vehicle, test them, and then bring them home and find out how they worked, that's really beneficial. The benefit is you don't have to commit to a large single satellite with its own launch or a constellation of satellites to know if something works. The benefits can be improving high technology. The benefits can also be improving, if you want to try to go with a lower reliability design, for instance, to prove that small sats could do missions traditionally done by other space vehicles. So the flexibility this offers the U.S. Space Force to advance the whole ecosystem, all of industry and all the government research labs is terrific.
So Jim, anything you'd like to add in closing?
I'd like to add a big thanks to the U.S. Space Force, along with a congratulations. My personal appreciation for the Air Force Rapid Capabilities Office, the partnership and frankly the leadership in helping us get to this mission. I'm very grateful for my partners at ULA and the terrific ride in Atlas V.
It's still daylight, so you can't see it from Croatia.
Worked very hard to make this mission come off. We're all ready.
You will be able to see it when it passes over in dark.
I appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you.
You should look that up. You might be able to see it in a few days.
We'll conclude live coverage in a few minutes. But first, let's take a moment to remember those on the front lines of the battle with COVID-19.
Every day, essential workers and first responders on those front lines are providing hope and help to people in need. Their steadfast selflessness and sacrifice to their fellow citizens is a true testament to the foundation on which America was built. On behalf of the men and women of the United States Space Force, thank you for keeping America strong. We honor and celebrate your contributions to this great nation.
Hi, I'm John Shaw, Commander of U.S. Space Command's Combined Force Space Component Command and U.S. Space Force's Space Operations Command. As for many around the globe in this current pandemic, life at Vandenberg Air Force Base has changed significantly. But what hasn't changed is our spirit, our strength, and our teamwork as a joint and allied team. That endures. I can also proudly say that the 17,000 service members under my command around the globe are truly grateful for the healthcare workers, first responders, the military medical members, and the other essential personnel on the front lines around the world, keeping us safe in the face of this current pandemic. You are our heroes.
No, this is the end of the webcast. They won't show more things because it's a classified mission.
Good morning, Colonel Jim Smith and Chief Boston Alexander from Schriever Air Force Base, Colorado. Here with a quick shout out, and more importantly, a heartfelt thanks to our first responders and other medical professionals who've been on the front lines during this crisis.
In the face of uncertainty and volatility, thanks for standing in the gap. At times, risking everything. We salute you.
Thank you to our healthcare professionals, to our military, and to our first responders.
Tori Bruno! Tori!
Global pandemic.
New subscriber, thank you.
Humbled by your courage.
See you on the 27th. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that, but
and I want
yeah.
to share that all of us here are inspired by your example.
Well, actually, I'm gonna do the HTV launch next week, the 20th.
make sure
So
you have
stick around
the
for that.
space-based tools that help you do your job. We are America Strong, and together we will get through this crisis. Thank you.
From Vandenberg Air Force Base to all our healthcare professionals, first responders, and essential workers, we thank you. Every day, we see you dedicating time and energy to help prevent the spread of coronavirus. We see your efforts, we acknowledge the risks you are taking, and we salute you. You are truly our heroes. America Strong.
Thank you to all of our frontline healthcare workers and emergency personnel. There are no words to express the entire Boeing company's and my personal appreciation for your courage and dedication. You all are heroes. We are all forever indebted to you for taking care of those impacted by COVID-19 and for helping stop the spread of this pandemic. To our service men and women around the world who remain committed to their missions despite COVID-19, Boeing is proud and honored to stand alongside you. I also want to thank everyone supporting mission-critical activities like the launch of the X-37B. Thank you for everything you do every day. My very best to each of you, your families, and your friends. Please stay safe and be well.
Hi, I'm Colonel Rich Borkman, Vice Commander of the 460th Space Wing.
And I'm Chief Rob DeVault, Command Chief, 460th Space Wing.
We want to thank each and every essential worker who keeps this country running, and those who are able to stay home to help flatten the COVID-19 curve.
Through your hard work and perseverance, we're able to maintain our mission of safeguarding America and our allies.
Thank you, and stay safe.
Viruses probably don't survive well in space, but down here on the planet, COVID-19 continues to impact our country. Americans are strong, and together we're resilient, and we will win this fight.
Omega in the
No one
background.
exemplifies this strength more than the nation's frontline essential workers. As commander of the U.S. Space Force's Space and Missile Systems Center, headquartered at Los Angeles Air Force Base in California, and on behalf of our 5,000 personnel nationwide, thank you for your courageous and unwavering service to our nation. In these extraordinary times, you're not just heroes, you're superheroes. From our healthcare workers, scientists, and first responders, to the manufacturing, distribution, and grocery store workers, thank you for keeping America strong.
On behalf of the more than 4,000 airmen of the 21st Space Wing at our 27 operating locations around the world, thank you. We extend our sincerest appreciation to all the many mission essential and mission critical workers, from healthcare professionals and those who deliver critical supplies, to first responders and those who stock the shelves, keep us fed, and take care of our children. Your fearless leadership is an example to us all, an important part of our mission to defend North America and our allies as America's first line of defense. Go Atlas V, go Space Force 7.
As it has for so many across the globe, COVID-19 has changed the way we live and work at Patrick Air Force Base and Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Yet we remain the world's premier gateway to space because of the strength of our men and women of the 45th Space Wing, our mission partners, and our nation. As the commander of the 45th Space Wing, I'm proud to say we are executing another launch operation today from the Eastern Range. And that continued mission is due to the men and women of the 45th Space Wing, our essential workers, and our healthcare workers across the globe fighting to keep us safe during these unprecedented times.
Those are the personnel that are fighting to keep us safe during these unprecedented times, including first responders from our very own medical group and mission support group. From all of us here at the 45th Space Wing, thank you for all that you have done and all that you continue to do to keep us safe.
Thank you for not only remaining strong, but America strong.
My thanks to Rob Kesselman for his participation in today's flight. Stay updated with the mission by following our live blog at ulalaunch.com or join the conversation on Twitter and Facebook. Before we sign off, we'll take another look at liftoff, which occurred at 9:14 a.m. Eastern. I'm Tyler Strickland, and on behalf of the entire launch team, thank you for joining us and have a great weekend. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
It was a beautiful liftoff.
There's ignition. And liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Atlas
it
V
rises so
rocket
slowly.
with USSF-7 for the United States Space Force on a mission dedicated to America Strong.
Good. RD-180 has gone to closed loop propellant utilization control.
You were hearing the voice of Rob Kesselman providing launch
Vehicle has
vehicle
begun.
set data.
Pitch yaw roll program.
Yeah, that's it.
Body rates look good.
Yeah, I guess that's it for today. Unless there are any questions about the mission still, about the rocket, about space related stuff. If not, I will, hold on, yes. If not, thank you for watching, and see you in the next launch. Probably gonna be HTV on the H2B, the 20th. And hopefully this launch is a success. Yeah, we don't know yet because it's still in progress. And sorry about what happened with the dropout of the stream, but my internet was like, nope, I'ma head out. So yeah, but thank you for watching, and thank you all for subscribing. And the Falcon 9 tomorrow, I don't normally do SpaceX launches, but I'll think about it. And I don't know actually if it's gonna go ahead tomorrow, so yeah. But thank you for watching, and anyway, stay tuned on for my channel for next stream, and see you then, and later. Bye.